Hey folks, what's going on? Brian here coming at you. So, I got a Strandberg Classic in black, okay? This is the Boden Classic. I got it from Strandberg from their reverb store. This was a B stock. Apparently there's some flaw with it and I can't seem to find it. I really checked. Yeah, it's beyond me. So I got a pretty good deal, $1,400. I think it's free shipping as well, and the packaging was excellent. No complaints. I was having some neck issue from leaning forward too much on my computer, and I paint. This is also a painting channel, so I was getting some neck issues, and while I rehab it in the gym, I thought, let me try one of those ergonomic guitars to see if it makes a difference. Maybe I've been leaning forward too much doing this whole thing. And what I really love about the contour of this guitar is it's got this little cutaway right here that allows me to play straight up like this. And normally I wouldn't play this way with another guitar because it would be sliding off my leg. So this guitar is intended for my classroom so that I can practice after school at my desk. And I get on YouTube and look up a song and start learning riffs. And then I sit at my desk in my office chair and I play. And my desk is in a corner, so I don't have a lot of room. When I had another electric guitar, I kept bumping the headstock against the wall as I have this other desk here. So this is super compact, and I love this little cutaway. I prefer playing like this. Sometimes I have a strap on it, right? But if I catch myself looking down too much, and if I start getting neck pain or some tension up there, I just slide the guitar this way, lean back, straighten my head out. I even just use my ears sometimes. And it promotes good posture while I rehab this neck issue. But what I don't love about this guitar are the pickups. I'm very picky for tone. I go through a lot of guitars until I find the right tone, and I go through a lot of pickups. And I've settled on a love for Texas Special, Strat pickups. So I just got a set of these. Not a set, just the neck in the middle. And then I love Gibson humbuckers. And so I'm going to put in a burst bucker in the bridge position right here. And but before I do that, I'm going to record some riffs in my Logic session for you to listen to. So you can hear these original Strandberg pickups. These are not the Sirs that come in the new Classic Boden. These are the OEMs, the proprietary Strandberg pickups. And they're good, but for me, they just don't have that Fender sound, which I love, and that Gibson sound. They're good, but they don't knock my socks off. And so, yeah, I'm going to do a little A-B. Going to take you into the Logic session. You're going to hear the before and after. So let's get into it. What's up, everybody? It's Brian getting back to you about the pickup install on this here Strandberg Boden. And I don't know if you can tell here, these are the same pickups. I did not do the install. Well, here's the story. I tried to do the install. I took this to Guitar Center. I gave them the Texas Special pickups. I gave them the burst bucker Gibson humbucker for the bridge. They said, we'll get right on it. They had trouble wiring it. They thought it needed a new switch. Then they just got back to me and said, no, it's good. We figured it out. We just had to do a lot of research. It's very confusing in there. Now, 2 guitar techs at Guitar Center. One guy's young. The other guy's an old guy who used to work as the guitar tech for Washington Music Center, Chuck Levins in Washington, D.C., right? They service guitars for Santana, big musicians who come through DC. So this guy had many years under his belt. And between the two of them, they were befuddled on how to install the Gibson and the Fender pickups in here. So they installed it finally. Good news. They call me, come get it. I take it home, and this sounded good, and this middle sounded good, and the humbucker was really loud. But the big problem was the position 2, in between the humbucker and the middle. It was all nasally and shrill. And the last time I had an SSH Strat and I tried to change the pickup, same problem happened. So it was ear-shreddingly loud and thin and nasally and useless. It ruined the whole thing. I took it back. They said, oh man, we're sorry. So they go, what do you want to do? And I didn't want to try a million different humbuckers until it worked. So I said, put it back to stock. I'm just going to live with the original pickups. So they did that. And this is what I was out. I was out $200 for the Fender pickups, the 2 single coils, $150 for the Gibson bridge humbucker. So that's $350. They gave me a deal and only charged me $100 for the install because there were so many problems. And then it cost me $100 to uninstall them. It wasn't their fault, so I said take it out. So I'm out $550 on a pickup install and uninstall. $550 wasted on a guitar that I don't really like that much anymore. So, I mean, I'll tell you why. So I tried to live with it. And here are the problems I had. Number one, I fixed my neck issue. It's February 3rd right now, and I've been going to the gym and working on my neck and working on the back and doing pull-ups and push-ups and sit-ups. And I laid off the Dreadnought acoustic guitars. I stopped painting for a month, and I played this Skinny Harmony acoustic guitar instead. So that was easier on the shoulder and on the neck, so I was able to rehab my neck. But the guitar itself started to bother me because it's so darn light. It's 5 pounds, 2 ounces. And what that means for me is there was no resistance against, it's like it kept moving around on me for one. But I didn't feel like I was wrestling with an instrument and getting to express myself. I felt like I was holding a baby's toy. And although the neck is just wonderful up until this area, this part of the neck is just great. The guitar itself feels invisible. That's the only way I can explain it. And so I didn't feel like I was getting sustain. Yesterday I was playing my Les Paul double cut at work, unplugged at my desk after hours. And someone said, damn, is that plugged in? That sounds great. And I said, no, it's unplugged. It's not even plugged in. It's got sustain. But when you play this thing, I don't feel sustain, and I don't think I'm hearing it. But, it's just not the same. I don't like this bridge. It feels like cheap metal. It sounds like cheap metal when you knock against it. And either it was in my head or I was hearing a lack of sustain because of this bridge. That could just be my imagination. But that was one of the things I was pretending not to notice for a couple weeks. And then the fanned frets. I couldn't get used to it. Look at this angle. Imagine trying to negotiate, imagine trying to negotiate those frets at this angle. Because that's how at this angle. That's how I'm seeing it. I guess you could look over my shoulder. And anyways, it's really, I have to look to see where I am up at the high spots, and I was getting lost. And also, I believe that a 45-degree angle like this, or maybe more, maybe it's a 60-degree angle, there's less surface area for my fingertips to land their positions. Okay? I could be wrong about this scientifically, but that's what I was feeling and seeing and thinking the whole time. I kept missing notes. I felt like I was playing a mandolin anywhere past the 12th fret. And I thought, oh man, that's because I suck. I need to practice harder. I need to get used to it. But then I saw Rhett Scholl's recent video where he's interviewing Joe Bonamassa, okay, one of the greatest guitar players alive. And when asked about playing a fanned fret guitar, he didn't say Strandberg, but he said, oh man, I couldn't bend. I couldn't get anything out of it. And that's where I said, me too. You know, if Joe Bonamassa can't play a fanned fret guitar and I'm struggling with it, then I don't feel so bad about myself. And so I was kind of wanting to like this guitar because I had sunk $2,000 into this thing, more than $2,000. And it doesn't compare to a $700 guitar like this, you know, SE Silver Sky by PRS. I mean, this is a better guitar. I want to reach for this. The only reason why I bought this thing was because it was small. I could play it at my desk at work after school's over. I'm a teacher. And I wouldn't knock the headstock against the bookshelf. And it would be lighter on my temporary injury, which is healed. So I sold this on Reverb, and it's going to its owner tomorrow. I'm going to deliver it. Not dropping this video tonight, that's for sure. One last little problem I had with this. I changed the strings, and as soon as I threaded the strings through this metal, I guess it's a nut, I scratched the wood here. As soon as I did, in like 3 different places. Let me see if I can show it to you. I doubt you'll be able to see that. Maybe. I don't know. But in any case, I scratched it in like 3 different places just by innocently threading the strings through the nut. So right away, that hurt the resale value. I had to talk about it in my description on Reverb. And, you know, I'm selling this as a near mint kind of thing. But, you know, I got my asking price. I made $1,300. I sold it for $1,300. I paid $1,400 for it. But anyways, so I dropped, you know, $2,050 on this thing, all said and done. I'll get some of the money back when I sell the Texas Special pickups. So, this video is getting long. I promised you to hear what the pickups sound like. And I'm going to honor that. And I'll play you some recordings I did. And I'm going to A-B it against these Texas Special pickups that I put in this Silver Sky SE, which I love to death. They sound so good, in my opinion. Let's see what you think. Of course, the bridge is going to be a single coil against the humbucker. But we'll see how the neck in the middle and the in-betweens do. All right, enjoy the rest of the video. Please like and comment below and tell me what you think.